Welcome everybody to Coffee with Craig. This is where we talk about Second Amendment advocacy, gun rights as it relates to politics, movie, culture, policy, civil rights, you name it. This is where the conversation takes place. We thank you so much for tuning in. Please take a moment to like and share this video feed so that your friends, associates, followers can become our friends, associates, and followers and can join into the conversation. So today we're going to be talking about a little story that I happened to see on AmmoLand relating to the military and our good friends over at CNN. There was a story, well, let's just put it this way. There was a story that was recently done regarding the Secretary of the Navy, Mr. Richard Spencer. Mr. Richard Spencer decided he was going to visit the troops in Afghanistan just prior to Christmas. And, well, during his visit, he was invited to be able to, to be able to have a firearm on his person in order to be able to defend himself. As you see in this photo right here, if you notice there, he's got the Serpa holster carrying the firearm once again while he's in fact talking to the troops. Now, the interesting thing about this particular story, I mean, it doesn't seem like anything kind of odd to me, but the interesting thing about this particular story had to do with a CNN reporter who decided that, well, you know, she just found it odd that, an individual who's actually, in Afghanistan would be carrying a firearm. Now, this lady right here is Ms. Barbara Starr. She is the Pentagon correspondent, I believe, for CNN. And for some reason, this individual decided that she was going to send out a tweet regarding the photo. Now, one would think that as a journalist that, you know, maybe you would stop and think twice about saying or tweeting something ignorant. But nonetheless, well, let's just say, didn't stop her at all. So what did she in fact tweet? Barbara Starr said, "Can someone explain why the civilian head of the Navy is wearing a sidearm?" Well, gee, that is a very interesting question. In fact, one of the great things about Twitter is when you ask a very interesting question, there's a very good chance that you're going to get some very interesting answers. Let's take a look at some of the answers that, well, Ms. Starr received. Let's see here. Let's see. This is from Instapundit. I carry in Tennessee. I'd certainly do it in Afghanistan. Yeah, that just kind of commonly makes sense. But trust me, it gets better. Here we have the CNN Pentagon correspondent is evidently unaware that there are people in Afghanistan who wish to kill Americans. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, so we all know that, right, once again, this is a person who's supposed to be, you know, up on the times, know what's going on in the world, and know that, well, that's a very dangerous place. Here's another one. Yes, he is in a combat zone in command of Marines and allowed to be able to protect himself if shit happens. Which does happen there. Shit happens here in the United States too, which is why people are also interested in carrying here. But my favorite, my absolute, positively favorite comment, Michelle Malkin wrote, would you rather he be wearing a pink pussy hat? Look, folks, let's just be real. And here's the thing. The thing that I've come to realize about the gun-grabbing left is this. Is that they would rather someone else put their life on the line, risk their life. They would rather someone else's father, husband, son, brother, wife, daughter, mother, put their lives on the line to defend them when they are not willing to step up and defend themselves. if you look at that photo, if you look at the people who were there in that photo, every single one of those men and women would be willing to lay their lives on the line to defend not just that individual. If you and I were standing in front of them, they would be willing to risk their lives to defend them, to defend us, right? Not just us, but they're already there defending our liberties, right? They're willing to lay their lives on the line. And is it really, really, really too much to ask for an individual to be willing to say, you know what? I'm at the very least willing to at least be able to stand up and defend and protect myself. How can you ask someone else to lay their lives on the line to defend you when you are not willing to defend yourself? Even worse, and this is what makes it even worse, they want to remove the ability of other individuals who wish to defend themselves. I'm not asking for anything when it comes to my Second Amendment rights, when it comes to my ability to be able to carry a firearm, when it comes to my ability to be able to have a fully effective, efficient, ready-to-use firearm of my choice in my home to defend my home. I'm not asking for anything except the ability and the right to be able to defend myself. I don't see how I can ask someone else to come and protect me when I am not willing to protect myself. That is Miss Barbara Strong. That is the anti-gun left, anti-Second Amendment left. Once again, they would rather put someone else's life on the line rather than, risk their own. Well, that's kind of how they are. Anyway, folks, that's going to be it for today's Coffee with Craig. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for liking and sharing these videos and telling everyone about the Firearms Policy Coalition. We are the home in the fight for civil rights. Got to use them or you're going to lose them, you guys. Oh, by the way, and to CNN, cheers to CNN. This is what I think about, Ms. Strong and your comments. Cheers to your sensitivity. Y'all take care.
If you like our videos, follow, subscribe, like, and share.